Hey Space Posse, it's the beginning of the new year and spirits are high with the hopes, ambitions, and good intentions that we're going to set forward to move towards the future. As much as we value these important things, such as good events, good people in our lives, we need to value ourselves the most. To get the most value out of yourself and what you want to achieve towards your future, I will be teaching you how to protect your peace, while inking and lining this piece, of course. Alright, let's get into it. Before we get started, I really wasn't in the mood to be sitting at my desk or drawing on my bed like I usually am. So today we're on the floor, sponsored by this Hello Kitty rug that I got from Forever 21. There she is. It's really comfortable, and the fact that I got it at such a good deal just makes it the perfect floor mat. Sometimes I feel like you just need to like de-stress from what you're doing in your bed all the time, you know, just laying in there or like sitting at a desk. It kind of feels so like stagnant that you got to change it up. So we're drawing on the floor today. Protecting your peace and energy is definitely not a process that comes overnight or just easily to you. It's going to be about setting your boundaries, knowing who you are as a person, and just overall what you hold as values and everything important to your life. The best thing you can do right now is to protect your peace, because you're always going to have things that want to get you out of character, riled, or anything that just doesn't suit you or that's going to help you at all. Being a good person is not being a doormat. I'm at a spot in my life where my voice, my actions, and plans matter the most. I'll see opportunities and I'll take them. I'll be treated a way that I feel very uncomfortable with, and I'll confront it. Especially growing up here in the South, it feels like everybody has this mentality, like where we're sort of brainwashed into thinking, I have to be overly nice or I'm not going to be seen as a good person. That's one reason that I realized like a lot of people get stepped on. You have to part away from this sense of, oh, I'm not going to be seen as a good person if I don't let everything walk over me, if I don't speak my emotions and say how I feel, if I don't stop this thing in this moment, like they're going to think this, and that of me. But in reality, like you standing up for yourself and not tolerating what you don't like is how you're going to protect your peace and set those boundaries in place. Yes, it's always going to feel like a weighted pressure in the back of your mind of what could they say, what could happen, what am I going to do? But it's always best just to know you're a good person as long as the only person you're standing up for is yourself. So do yourself a favor and don't live as a doormat. Let them miss you. I say this one just because I'm a person that loves being social. Sometimes I am the life of the party where I talk to everybody, I'm super bubbly, and my energy just feels contagious in a way that people are drawn towards me. Other times, there's moments where I feel like I'm forcing myself out just because I didn't want to disappoint who invited me or anything like that. But there are moments when I'm like seriously contemplating, like, do I want to go out right now? Or is this just like me feeling like I'm going to disappoint my friends by not going out? And to that I say, let them miss you. There is always going to be all these parties, all these cool people to meet, all these cool places to go in the future. But if you're seriously contemplating taking the time to take care of yourself and get some much needed R&R, rest and relaxation, then always prioritize your needs and everything else over the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Because even though as much as things can go good, I mean, they could also go bad, but still, you know, like I'd rather have a moment of being like, oh, I'm having the fear of missing out for that one night that I stayed in and taken care of myself, or those few collective nights that I've stayed in and taken care of myself, rather than being like, oh, I'm at this event and I feel absolutely uncomfortable. My energy's off. I feel drained because I'm here right now. So let them miss you. The fear of being annoying and judged is holding you back. There's been a lot of moments in my life where I missed the chance of saying or doing something that I really wanted to do. And in those situations, I've really just taken a long time to be like, dang, I really missed out and I really regretted it. And now I'm thinking about it the whole night. Where on the opposite end of the coin, it's like if you do that cringy or embarrassing thing, just think, even if it does end badly and you're like, man, I shouldn't have done that. I feel so embarrassed. I cannot believe this happened to me. You're kind of just more laughing at that moment and being like, wow, I actually did that, rather than the hours in turn or those moments in turn where you're like, wow, I really regret not doing that, or I really feel like I held my tongue. So I just say go for it, especially if it comes at doing something, and especially if it's with hobbies, talents, or even sharing who you are in an online presence, such as creating a YouTube channel, starting a shop or a clothing line, or anything that's that you're putting yourself out there rather than what you would usually do. There's always going to be the fear of being judged or being looked at, but it's what's going to make you shine. These things that make you so nervous and you feel like everybody's going to stare at you for, maybe you deserve to be watched, Don't just throw this chance away on feeling like, oh, there's a chance that I'm going to fail. There's also the chance that you could be amazing at this and you could be the next person on top. You can't just discount yourself just because this person did this person's a better this, and that. That's very cool for them, but that's not you, hun. And you're never going to be in that person's shoes, and they're never going to be in yours. And I'd at least look back at something and be like, oh, yeah, that silly little thing that I did, that was all fun and cutesy. At least I got to get it out my system and do it. And even if it wasn't successful, it was really fun playing around with it. Then looking back and being like, oh, well, I guess I could have tried. If you have the courage to say it behind their back, say it to their face. I'm a firm believer in there's too many words in the world to be wasted under your breath. And honestly, if I'm feeling like something really heated or something really wrong, and this can be within any type of relationships you've had, coworkers, relationships, even family, or even those outside relationships, and you feel disgruntled or something under your skin, just say it. Especially if you've been voicing these opinions and asking other people for advice, and you just feel like you're kind of living on a record player where you're like, hey guys, what should I do? What should I do about this? This is how I feel, and I'm just really pent up about these emotions. Instead of going round and around saying it to all these different people and talking about the situation, confront the source. This is gonna get this off of your chest so much more easily. And even if it spirals into something deeper, at least you have part A out of the way to get to now the aggressing part B. And as long as it's something that's genuinely a small issue or a runt, nothing that's overly catty, something that's just generic that people can't control, talk about it. There's always going to be room to talk about it, and you never know how a person's going to react. I'd rather confront my feelings, say what I gotta say, and hear the other person out. We have a little argument about it. If they're not meant to be in your life, it's done. And on the opposite side, if they're meant to be in your life, then this is just a small little hiccup in the road to progress whatever your relationship is together. If it's meant for me, it will be. If it's not meant for me, I set it free. I heard this from the creator Hindsight, one of his recent videos recently, and it absolutely struck me for this video because protecting your peace is all about protecting everything that you hold valuable to you, but it's also about setting those intentions of what you've dreamed of, what you wanted. And as far as we're like getting this narrow mindset of protecting our peace, protecting our goals, we also have to shine a light on realizing if it's not meant to be for me, relationships, goals, anything like that that you've tried very hard for that hasn't came back to you, we're just gonna set it free. Here's what I have with the lining of my drawing so far. It's really pretty. I absolutely love this.
Days later.
It's been a few days. I really wanted to take the most time with this piece because I got so excited for it. I just needed more time to like actually soak it in and be with it, so I knew what vibes that I was gonna put into this piece. Before I show it to you, I just want to say how much I'm in love with it. I love this drawing so much, and like it really goes along perfectly with my angel series that I was talking about in one of my other videos. Little card up here in case you want to watch it. It's time to stop holding out on you. Perfect. I didn't even realize how long I've been working on it. Like I had to look at this last recording on Friday when I started and see how long it took, but it's been like 4 days. Crazy, because I feel like I just started working on this like last night, and like it's taken so much time, and that just makes it like so much more heartfelt to me. So like this is so precious. I took so much time, and I honestly didn't get to like this coloring part today because I used the blue to like set the foundation and line everything. I also thought it would be like really clever to also use the same colored pencil to make what adds depth to it. And I really like that the hair doesn't feel like it's like just sitting there as like a part of a statue, but now it actually brings color to like shape her body, and it makes your eye like gravitate towards like the center of the piece, which is like her eye and like hand placement and everything. I like that the hair like flows along with the body, and all the curls have their own intricate like shape and pattern, and then even the wings, like they have like more heavier colored wings and lighter ones. But I also like that no matter like how hard or soft that I use this colored pencil, that it just seemed like perfect with it. Hope you got some great advice and you got to see an amazing art process done by moi. Thank you so much for watching the whole video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye guys.